Why, hello there, friends. Welcome to another round of Modern. It's Dylan from Alternate Universes. On the left, we have Jesse Globbins playing 5-color Domain Zoo versus Harley Smale and Izzet Prowess. Two decks that I think, honestly, are pretty cool. I have played a good amount of Prowess in my life. Pre-MH2, it was actually one of my favorite decks to play. And I think the Domain Zoo deck is really cool, especially now with like Leyline Binding and all that jazz. But Scion of Draco is a cool card. Wild Nacatl is like a pillar of Modern. Not that it's really good right now, but like it used to be. And Territorial Kavu is a sweet magic card. Jesse's going to be testing my knowledge of the Triome names and what color combinations they are, as he fetches an Indatha Triome, which I really want to say is the blue, white, green. No, it's definitely not the Bant one. Black, white, green? I'm going to say black, white, green. I don't think that's accurate. I've never registered Indatha in my life, but I think that's that one. Harley led on a Soulscar Mage and a Spirewolf Canal. He's now going to be casting a Monastery Swift Spear. And then he's going to shock a Steam Benson and play a Dragon's Rage Channeling. Monastery Swift Spear, as we refer to in the shop as Taylor Swift Spear, because it's so much more fun. There's a Mishra's Bauble, going to get 2 Prowess triggers and a Surveil trigger. Leaving that card on top. Going to go to combat. Attempting to come in here for 4. Jesse's going to fetch and shock, it looks like. And I imagine he's going to remove one of those pieces on Harley's board. Indeed, he's going to bolt the mage. Using a very pretty old school lightning bolt right there. Well, the OG bolt is not my favorite bolt. I have a pretty good appreciation for it. Especially with the frame. Like that frame, black bordered with that art is beautiful. It's a shame that they're just so expensive. Alright, ball was going to get cracked. We're going to look at the top card of Jesse's deck. Harley look at the draw in his next upkeep. To see, shocks in a breeding pool here. Plays a Snapcaster Mage. Is going to flashback target that lightning bolt. It's going to bolt. The Swift Spear, not the channeler. I think the biggest issue, honestly, with the Domain deck is that its mana base is still a little painful. If you want to do proactive game, like anything proactively early on. Like you can get your Triumph turn 1, and then you can get a Triumph turn 2. But that means you're not like playing Kavu or anything, and then you just shock so many things in because you need so many different mana types. Okay, there's another Mishra's Bauble, going to get a Surveil trigger here. There are 2 types in the yard currently. Looks like we're getting an Expressive Iteration. Oh, nope, gets a Manamorphose. Going to Surveil trigger again, leave it on top. If I remember right, I think he makes red-blue here. Yep, there's the iteration. Surveil trigger. Gonna leave it on top. Or at least that appears to be the case. Okay, finds a land. Exiles it to the expressive iteration, so he can play for turn. My mouth just turned to soup while saying the words expressive iteration there. That was kind of entertaining. Imagine Harley's going to bobble himself to check the top card of his deck, then fetch. Attacks for 3, sure. Does have 4 types in the yard. Ooh. Yep. Bobbles himself. Cracks the fetch. Gets himself a basic mountain. Right, it's going to pass, draw during the upkeep. Just going to fetch down to 10 here. Then it will go to 8. That's basic. Jesse definitely said he was going to 8. Actually, yeah, I do remember being confused while watching this happen. I guess I had missed a couple points of damage on the clock. Which is very possible. We have 2 tournaments going on Mondays now, and I'm running around answering judge calls for both of them, so. Grand old time. Right, we're going to shoot down the Chandler. With a Tribal Flames? Is that the name of that card? Yes. Harley, in response, is going to cast Lava Dart, get a Sorrel trigger. Makes sense. Find if the top card of the deck is good or not. Jesse attacks it for 2, puts Harley to 15. Alright, puts a Bloodstained Mire's land for turn. It's going to fetch. Goes and gets another basic mountain. Nothing fancy needed for what we're going to be doing here. Alright, there's Monastery Swiftspear coming out. And then 2 mana. Underworld Breach.
Underworld Breach, you say?
Going to remand the Breach. And Harley will attack in with the Swiftspear. Taking a quick consulting of the notebook to see his life total. Going to cast Lightning Bolt, and that is going to be exactly enough damage with the flashback of the Lava Dart to kill Jesse. So that'll be game 1 going to Harley. We'll be right back in just a second. Game 2. Alrighty, folks, we're back with game 2. Looks like we're a little picture-in-picture here, but it's okay. We've got Jesse on the play, leading the fetch land, going to probably a Triome. Let's see. I don't think the deck plays Ragavan, so. Alright, goes and gets a. That looks like a breeding pool. Looks like it's blue-green. Oh, baby. Yeah, okay. Plays a Wild Nacatl. Now, for anybody who is newer to Magic or Modern and is not familiar with this card is one of the cards that started on the Modern ban list. But Wild Nacatl is 1 green And it gets +1/+1 as long as you control a mountain, and +1/+1 as long as you control a plane. So it can be 1 mana 3/3. So it makes me think that he fetched a Temple Garden. That would make more sense there. I was going to shock in a Steam Venter. Which is my favorite. Shockland. Jesse also shocking in Steam Vents. And attacking in for 3. Imagine Harley's just going to bolt it. Yep. Little slideshow action there for us. We love that. Plays a Soul Guide Lantern. A chromatic one from the Brothers War. Did they give a name to the artifact collection in the Brothers War? Because, like, we have the Mystical Archives for Strixhaven. I don't know if they did a name for the one in Brothers War. Jesse going to bolt the Channeler. Jesse appears to be light on lands here. Oh, okay. Has a Wooded Foothills. I wonder if the deck plays red and 6. They like smooth out your land drops and stuff. Though it might be too tight and too slow. Dashes a Ragavan. Okay. Ragavan gets darted. I was also wondering if Ragavan was played in the deck. Harley shocks in a Steam Vents, picks up a Gigantha. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. I'm going to wince a little bit because it does not taste very good. All right, Jesse fetching a... Yeah, I'm not sure which of the Capenna lands that one is. Unfortunately, I do not know.
I'm going to sack this to draw.
All right, Jesse's just going to pop the Soul God Lantern to draw a card. Trying to find some gas. Arid Base says land for turn. Passes. Luckily for Jesse, Harley also has not done very much here. He's been interacting really with the board. There's a Channeler. Plays an Expressive Iteration, gets a Surveil trigger. So Jesse's going to remand it, puts it back in the hand. Probably not the best. Probably not the card you want to remand. Countering it, strong. Putting it back in their hand so they can do it again, not the greatest. Alright, 2 mana. Scion of Draco coming out here. Now, Scion of Draco has a lot of text on it. So it is a 12 cost card that gets its cost reduced by 2 for every basic type that you have. It is a flying 4/4. And each creature you control has Vigilance if it's white, Hexproof if it's blue, Lifelink if it's black, First Strike if it's red, and Trample if it's green. So if you got a multicolor card, like Territorial Kabu, it adds a bunch of effects. Like First Strike Trample on Kabu.
Land for turn. Go ahead.
I think it's a Monastery Swiftspear. And Expressive Iteration.
Is this just more or less your storm count?
Exile Scalding Tarn. Is able to play it as land for turn.
Prowess count.
We'll have Delirium after the fetch. Alright, cracks in here.
So 2-3 at the moment.
Jesse debating if he wants to block here with the Scion.
I don't trust your shenanigans, but nice.
I was going to Mutagenic Growth, which will grow the Swiss Spear big enough to not only kill the Draco, but survive.
So toughness was 1, 2, too soon counted, but
That
yeah,
+4.
yeah. Yep. I wasn't counting the mutagenic growth to the storm count.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Goes to Bolt the Swiss Spear. Harley could protect it by doing Lava Dart shenanigans if he has another spell in hand. I don't know how much he wants to do that right now. He might have another Swiss Spear in hand, so. Oh, lets the Bolt do its thing. It's going to fetch.
13.
Goes and gets a tapped Steam Vents. There's another Monastery Swiss Spear. There's an Expressive Iteration. Finds a Spire Buff to play as a land for turn.
2.
Attacks in for 2.
11. Kaboom.
There's a Territorial Kavu right there.
Do it.
Be 2 mana 5/5. I was going to up, thinking the end step.
That's a tribal boss?
To end step Vapor Snag the Kavu. Jesse will lose 1 life, going to 10.
Well, I can't say Vapor Snake is what I was anticipating.
2 mana play Third Path Iconoclast. Another new card from Brothers War. Really cool card, actually. When you cast a non-creature spell, you make a 1/1 golem. Artifact golem token creature. Creature token. It's a Manamorphose. I think making red here, if I remember correctly. Making red again. Making more dudes. Using the red is going to play Soulscar Mage, then go to combat, attacking for 4 here. Or 3.
Alright. It consumes all. Basically the same thing. So you kind of go ahead.
Gonna play that Territorial Kavu again. Harley's going to untap. We know he has an Unholy Heat in his hand. Going to heat the Kavu. And then that should be enough for lethal here.
Yeah. 2 games, man.
Alright, Harley's going to take a 2-0 with Izzet Prowess over 5-color domain. Thank you for watching, folks, and have a great rest of your day.